Hello, very good morning and welcome to Adava Newspaper Highlights. Today Thursday, 1st of June 2017. This is Edward with the highlights of today's English newspapers. Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today are taken up for today's highlights. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline of the Daily Mirror highlights: Government mulls new laws for forcible evacuation. The government would be compelled to bring in laws making provisions for forcible evacuation and to ban cultivation along mountain slopes if the attitude of people did not change, Minister of Disaster Management Anura Priyadarshana Yapa said yesterday. 44 students dead, 8 missing. At least 44 school children were among the dead and 8 more students had been missing in the Sabragamuva, southern and western provinces due to the adverse weather condition, Education Minister Akhila Viraj Karyavasam said yesterday. President changes portfolios of deputy state ministers. A week after the cabinet reshuffle, President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday changed the portfolios held by 4 state ministers and 4 deputy ministers and promoted a deputy minister to the level of state minister. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. The main headline of the Daily News highlights: New Flood Management Act soon. The Flood Protection Ordinance No. 4 of 1924 is to be repealed and replaced with a new Flood Management Act. The ordinance at present allows the minister to declare any area to be a flood-prone area and allows the Director General of Irrigation to take proactive measures. Irrigation and Water Resources Management Minister Vijit Vijayamuni Soisa, who proposed the change, said the ordinance was only amended once and there was a need for a new act to make provisions to protect lives and properties from floods, considering the social, economic, environmental and institutional changes that have occurred over the years. Relief efforts in full swing, says President. President Maithripala Sirisena assured the government is taking all relief efforts to assist all individuals affected by the floods and landslides and bring their life back to normal. UN ready to support Sri Lanka. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is deeply concerned by the devastating impact caused by Cyclone Mora on Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, spokesman Stefan Dujarric said in a statement. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. The main headline highlights: Cabinet reshuffle continues. 4 state ministers, 4 deputy ministers sworn in. Harsha loses foreign affairs, gets national policies and economic affairs. Iran is state minister of finance, Vasantha gets foreign affairs. The government yesterday changed the portfolios of 4 state ministers and 4 deputy ministers in the wake of the much hyped cabinet reshuffle which took place last week. The 4 new state ministers and the 4 deputy ministers took their oaths before President Maithripala Sirisena last morning. Government increases disaster fund to 15 billion rupees. The government has increased the 500 million rupees allocated to National Natural Disaster and Emergency Relief Fund in the 2016 budget to 15 billion rupees as of now. The cabinet memorandum, which has been presented by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, has been approved by the cabinet. The proposal had highlighted the need to increase the policy payment as claims had increased due to the wide range of accidents and natural disasters. Government spokesman and Land Minister Gayantha Karunatilaka told the weekly cabinet news conference at the Government Information Department yesterday. Court of Appeal ruling on Saitam. Supreme Court to hear appeal today. Judge declines to be on bench. The Supreme Court yesterday put off the appeal against the Saitam judgment issued by the Court of Appeal to 1 June. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Adava Newspaper Highlights.